Hey guys, what's up? Holderhek back again with another video, taking time out of my leveling process to assist you with your shaman goals. So, everybody's trying to save money for a mount, and one of the biggest things that takes money from you is buying skills. And if you're new to Classic WoW, I don't think a lot of people realize that most of these skills are absolutely useless for leveling, and beyond being useless for leveling, a few of them are useless for endgame, and you never have to buy them ever. And this guide is going to be for leveling as enhancement, which is the best way to level a shaman. If your leveling is elemental, the choices you take here will be different, and if your leveling is resto, please take the stiletto out of your collarbone and become slightly less masochistic for the next 9 or 8 minutes, okay? Cool, so let's go. Okay, we're gonna start off with level 2, even though the guide says 1. It's actually level 2 that you get Rockbiter, and yes, you absolutely have to train Rockbiter. That's a given. It's going to be your main source of melee damage forever. Moving on to level 4, Earthshock. Rank 1 Earthshock is going to be your primary interrupt until the end of time. You need to train rank 1 Earthshock. Then we're moving on to level 6. Earthbind Totem and Healing Wave. Definitely get both of these as well. Earthbind is going to get you out of a lot of binds. And Healing Wave will also do the exact same thing, and it allows you to heal in like Ragefire Chasm or something. Moving on to level 8, this is where we get the actual first choice in things that we can skill up in or not. That being said, the skills at this level are only 1 silver, so making this choice is really up to you if you want to be the ultimate min-maxer money saver. But if you don't plan on doing DPS in dungeons or tanking, you really don't need any higher ranks of Earthshock than 1. And if you don't plan on going elemental, you really don't need higher ranks of Lightning Bolt, because it takes about 6 years to cast for about 3 damage. So, personally, I didn't take higher ranks of Lightning Bolt, but you could also choose not to take higher ranks of Earthshock. Lightning Shield and higher ranks of Rockbiter weapon are mandatory, and Stoneclaw Totem is your tank totem, which is surprisingly beefy, and I would take it. Next, we move on to level 10, where you have Flame Shock, your primary dot, Flame Tongue weapon, your way to bypass armor on targets, and Strength of Earth Totem. All of these are mandatory, we are not skipping any of them. At level 12, we have Fire Nova, Purge, Resurrection, and an extra rank of Healing Wave. None of these are worth skipping. Fire Nova is a slept-on ability that can not only up your AoE DPS, but it can up your single target DPS. If you're not planning on DPSing in dungeons, you could skip Fire Nova Totem. I personally wouldn't though, especially not for 8 silver. Okay, at level 14, you could once again skip higher ranks of Earthshock if you so deemed. You could skip higher ranks of Lightning Bolt. I would take Stone Skin Totem because it's a very good damage mitigator, and Disease Cleansing is super useful for dungeons and questing, so those are mandatory. At level 16, we have Lightning Shield, Rockbiter, and Poison Cleansing. All of these need to be ranked up forever, so take all of these, no questions asked. 18 is another level where we should probably take all the abilities. Keeping up to date on Flame Shock, which is your best damage over time ability, is really nice. Stoneclaw Totem will absolutely save your butt. Flame Tongue weapon is going to be your main way to damage enemies that have high armor. You always want to stay up to date on your heals, And Tremor Totem is probably one of the greatest vanilla shaman spells, so you absolutely have to take it. Level 20 is going to be your Water Totem quest, so that's fun, and it's going to take up about 1,000,000 years of your life. You're then given Healing Stream Totem. You should train Frost Shock, because it's your best way to kite enemies. We're skipping Lightning Bolt again. Higher ranks of Searing Totem are pretty useful. Frostbrand Weapon is one of those things where it's like, I would either level up Flame Tongue Weapon or Frostbrand Weapon. You don't need both. Ghost Wolf is your travel form, so you should absolutely get that. And you're given Lesser Healing Wave, I believe. I don't know why it says you have to buy it. You're just given Lesser Healing Wave. So for level 20, the only thing I would say is if you're leveling up Flame Tongue Weapon, you don't need Frostbrand Weapon, and vice versa. So we could go back to level 10 and just not deal with that and just start leveling Frostbrand here, but for the sake of continuity, I'll just say no Frostbrand Weapon. At 22, we have Fire Nova Totem Part Dukes, we have Underwater Breathing, and we have Poison Cleansing Totem. Poison Cleansing Totem is better in almost every single way than regular Poison Cleansing spell, so it's pretty much a given. You don't need Water Breathing, so we're not going to take Water Breathing, even though it's situationally useful. Moving on to level 24, we have a bunch of money we can save. You don't necessarily need to train the next rank of Earthshock, but I will. You don't need any of the elemental resistance totems leveling up. You should get the next rank of Lightning Shield, Rockbiter, Stone Skin, and Strength of Earth. You do not need the next rank of Resurrection, and you should get the next rank of Healing. At level 26, we have more goodies to skip. Skipping the next rank of Lightning Bolt, you should get Magma Totem because using Flame Nova and Magma in concert with each other is a beautiful cacophony of destruction. You don't need Farseeing. You know, this is one of those where it's like maybe you don't need it for the whole game, but it's really fun if you PvP. You can cast that on the flag and it makes people think it's capping. So I mean, I'd eventually get it. It's a neat spell. You're going to rank up your next rank of Flame Tongue, and you could not take Mana Spring, but Mana Spring's actually better for your grinding longevity than Healing Stream, so I'd take Mana Spring. At level 28, we got more goodies to skip. We're going to skip Elemental Resistance Totems, we're going to skip Flame Tongue Totem, and we're going to skip Frostbrand Weapon. Everything else, again, keep your dots up, keep your Tank Totem up. Water Walking is probably one of the greatest abilities, again, as a shaman, so it's just so useful in so many situations. And then keep up your healing spells. At level 30, we got a lot of skills to train. We're going to keep up Searing Totem, very important. We finally get Astral Recall, which is our second hearth. It's one of the best parts about being a shaman. We get Grounding Totem, one of our best PvP abilities. We're going to skip any sort of elemental resistance. We finally get Wind Fury. Even though I'm pretty sure Rockbiter is still better at this point, just use it anyway because it's Wind Fury. We're going to keep up Healing Stream Totem, Healing and Mana Spring. You know, it's like you could use either or. I like having both. It's just my personal preference. And we're not actually going to take Reincarnation right now because Ankhs cost 20 silver each. And I don't really feel like spending 70 silver on a skill and then a bunch of gold on Ankhs. So, yeah. 32 is a real simple level. The only thing we're not taking is regular Lightning Bolt. We finally get Chain Lightning, which is so satisfying to cast. We're going to keep up Flame Nova. We're going to take that extra rank of Purge, keeping up on Lightning Shield. All the melee in your group's going to be super happy because now you finally have Wind Fury Totem, and we're once again keeping up our heals. 34 is an easy level. We're keeping up Frost Shock, keeping up Rockbiter, keeping up Stone Skin. We're just not going to take Sentry Totem because they removed its ability to prevent us from dying from fall damage long ago. So it's just a weird niche thing that we don't need right now. At level 36, we get our first ability that we're never going to train ever, and that's kind of fun. So we're going to keep up Earth Shock. At least I'm going to keep up Earth Shock. You don't have to. We're going to keep up Magma for AoE. We're going to keep up Flame Tongue for high armor targets. And then we have Wind Wall Totem. My god, Wind Wall Totem is the most useless thing on the planet. You're never, ever, ever going to use Wind Wall Totem, not even against hunters in PvP. Like, it's so completely useless. Okay, so just never even train this ability. Then you have your next rank of Resurrection, which you don't need to get. Keep up your healing, and personal preference, I would also keep up your Mana Spring Totem, but that's just me. Okay, at level 38, we start to save some real money. We're not taking Lightning Bolt. We're gonna probably keep up Stoneclaw Totem. We don't need Flame Tongue Totem. We don't need Elemental Resistance Totems. We don't need Frostbrand Weapon. We're gonna keep up Strength of Earth, and we're gonna take Disease Cleansing Totem, because again, Disease Cleansing Totem and Poison Cleansing Totem are just better than the actual spells. Okay, at level 40, we're gonna skip another couple talents. I feel like, because level 40 is our mount level, you could be really aggressive and skip most of these, but I'm trying to make this as like a general guide for stuff that can still make you functional. But, I mean, if you wanted to, you could skip literally everything in this list other than Wind Fury Weapon, because you're probably not even gonna have mail armor yet. I mean, you might if you've been farming Scarlet Monastery, but anyway, that's tangential. This is what you're gonna do, right? We're gonna skip Chain Lightning, because we don't need higher ranks of Chain Lightning right now. We're gonna keep up Flame Shock, we're gonna keep up Searing, Lightning Shield, Wind Fury Weapon is a must. We're gonna train Chain Heal. We don't need higher ranks of Healing Stream anymore. And we don't need higher ranks of Healing Wave right now. Just gonna be relying on lesser Healing Wave for the rest of the game until we can afford to come back and re-level up Healing Wave. Now, level 42 is where any warriors or rogues or whatever watching this video are gonna get super mad, but we're gonna keep leveling Flame Nova. We've gone over this before. No more elemental resistance totems. We finally get Grace of Air. That's gonna be a huge crit increase. And you don't actually need higher ranks of Wind Fury Totem leveling up. Sorry, warriors and rogues, like, sorry, but I'm not gonna spend that much money to give you an extra 100 attack power on your already extra swings. It doesn't matter when we're leveling up. Obviously, come back at 60 and buy the rest of the ranks of this, but leveling up, you don't need higher ranks of Wind Fury Totem. You just don't. At 44, we get another big money-saving level. We're skipping out on Lightning Bolt, we're skipping out on Elemental Resistance Totems, and we don't need higher ranks of Rockbiter anymore because I don't care about efficiency. Wind Fury is better! And Stone Skin's cool, and Lesser Healing Wave is also cool. With 46, we're going to, once again, never buy Wind Wall Totem. It's completely useless. And I feel like we can also skip out on higher ranks of Mana Spring, at least for the time being. Rank 2 is fine, or rank 3, or whatever the hell we have right now. It's fine. The difference is negligible for leveling. We're going to continue leveling Frost Shock, Magma, Flame Tongue Weapon, and Chain Heal. Okay, at level 48, we're going to save a ton of money. We're obviously not taking Chain Lightning. We're going to keep up Earth Shock and Stoneclaw. No Flame Tongue Totem. No Frostbrand Totem. Lightning Shield, yes. Resurrection, no. Healing Wave, no. And we are never, ever, ever taking Mana Tide because we aren't a Restoration Bro. We aren't a Chadstoration Bro. We're a Hitty Boy. Okay, at level 50... no Lightning Bolt, Searing, yes, Wind Fury, of course. We don't need Healing Stream, and we definitely don't need Tranquil Air Totem at level 50. Unfortunately, at level 52, you need most of the stuff. The only thing we're not taking here is the higher ranks of Wind Fury Totem. Obviously, come back and get that later. Very important. At 54, we're going to continue the trend of not taking elemental resistance totems. We're not going to take Rockbiter. We can stop training Stone Skin, and we'll pick up another rank of Chain Heal. I'd say around this level might actually be a good time to go back and train a couple levels of fire resistance totem, since you'll be running BRD and there's like elementals in there. So that could be something good to pick up right around now if you wanted to. Okay, at level 56, are you ready to save money? We're not taking Chain Lightning, we're not taking Lightning Bolt, we are taking Magma Totem, we're not taking Healing Wave, and we're not taking Mana Spring. Boom! Money is raining from the heavens. Even though we're gonna have to go buy all of this stuff later, at least we don't have to buy it right now. Okay, at 58, we're gonna keep Frost Shock, we're gonna keep Stone Claw. I'm just going to incorporate the Elemental Resistance Totem, Fire Resistance, into this one and just say we're not saving money on it anymore because we need that now. Definitely no Flame Tongue, no Frost Brand, and no Manatide. Hashtag Hitty Boy, hashtag Reaper Boys. Okay, now we're finally at level 60. We're going to keep up Earth Shock, we're going to keep up Searing Totem. Definitely no Nature Resistance Totem. Yes, final rank of Wind Fury. No, another rank of Resurrection. No, another rank of Healing Stream Totem. And yes, Lesser Healing Wave. That is going to be your final money-saving measure for that epic mount. Now you can see by level 60, you've ended up saving about 87 gold and 4 silver. I hope that math is correct. Addition is truly a struggle for me, so it's going to be 87 gold, 4 silver, or thereabouts. So if you do nothing else but skip these skills, that's at the very least your level 40 mount right there. And it's going to really help you save money towards that epic mount at level 60. Now I hope this guide helps everybody get their mount and save a little bit of money. I realize a couple of these skills you might personally want to take, and a couple of the ones I picked you might personally not want to take. Like I said before, Frostbrand and Flame Tongue are kind of interchangeable. I personally believe you really only need one magical enchant while you're leveling up, and that's just to deal with high armor targets. Then you have the Healing Stream, Mana Spring totems. I just say pick one of them and level that one up a little bit. Each sequential rank doesn't increase them by that much, but if you want to pick one and level it up all the way, that's great. If you're doing a lot of grouping and you're not the healer, I'd say get the healing one. And if you're doing a lot of solo grinding, I'd say get the mana one. And if you're in a group and there's no shaman, the mana one's a little bit better for the healers as well. So that's it for the guide. Let me know if you have any questions or comments about it. I'm gonna hop back into the game once I get this uploaded. I'm gonna be trying to grind out some dungeons non-stop, get a couple levels. Remember, you can join me at twitch.tv/theholderhek. Come join the chat. We can have a nice little discussion about your day. You can tell me a lot of cool things, and I can tell you a lot of cool things, and we can do cool things together. That's classic WoW. Everybody have a great day / evening. Bye-bye.